Hello everyone, welcome back, and surprise random video. Just a few things that I'd like to mention, like one, happy Aquarius season. If you didn't already know, I'm an Aquarius moon, so I'm really in tune when it comes to Aquarius energy, Aquarius time frame, Aquarius essence, brain, soul. Okay, super Aquarius. Love it. Love this time. So excited. That's why I got extra ready today. Okay, and I was gonna do a 21 reading. I ended up doing it for myself. I tried. I got this new setup. I hadn't done any readings at it yet because I was waiting for this big moment or whatever, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right. So I'm doing it now. It's for all of us. All right. I'm just checking in with Aquarius season. I'm also contemplating on doing a bonus Aquarius video, but I think I'm gonna wait a couple more days on that. Kind of get into the vibe, Aquarius people. All right. Okay. So plus I started at 111 today, so it's fine. 1112221. I love it. It sounds like binary fun. Even though non-binary is probably more fun. Alright. Yeah, see, this is gonna just something new for me. So we're just seeing how it goes here. I feel like maybe I'll put this one here. What does Aquarius season have in store for us? Feels good. I might leave it at that. I feel like it's simple, it's quick. This is meant to be a quick video. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. We about to all get in our feels, okay? Honestly, I wouldn't normally recommend this, but if you feel like getting in tune with the energy that we're about to embark on in this Aquarius season, especially because we are moving out of the age of Pisces, I believe, and into the age of Aquarius during this time. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not an astrologer. Always correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, that's what's going on. So it's going to be a huge transitional time, and I'm seeing things working great and also not great. It's kind of two sides of the coin, and it's really going to be up to us on how we handle it, and we're going to have to turn inward. So I would say, not normally, but right now, going and watching that Aquarius video was very interesting. It was a very unique reading. It spoke to me very loudly. My heart goes out to all Aquariuses out there who might be struggling, but I think it's a really good idea to go get in tune with that kind of thing, because when you see it, you'll understand why I'm like, oh yeah, that is what's up. We got to get in touch emotionally. So I would say, especially if you have Aquarius in your chart or an Aquarius in your life, or like I said, you just want to be a part of the party, right? Go watch the Aquarius video. Also, synchronicity surprise. I think I'm going to end the contest right motherfucking now. Y'all had some valiant efforts, but alas, the three things that I added to my since disassembled altar was one, the microphone. Yes, I hope the sound quality has improved. I hope you all can hear better and are receiving your messages more clearly. I added a microphone. I hope you enjoy that. I also shouldn't have kept shuffling, you guys. That looks pretty rough. I added some skulls. I added skull lights that I don't think there's batteries in them, but they're technically lights. I added skulls. And the third thing, wow, this is gonna be really good. This is gonna be really good. The third thing is a specific candle that I think I'm not gonna burn until summer. So that'll be the long haul surprise. And I reveal the third item. And also one of my squashes died. That was the bonus. If you watched the video, if you were curious about the answer, if you didn't participate. hopefully I will have more contests in the future, okay? But right now we're just talking about Aquarius season. I don't think this is really that kind of reading. I don't know why I kept shuffling. I was pretty content with what it was and what it is, and I even showed you the bottom of the deck, but I kept talking, and so I shuffled more, and now I ended up with all these cards, and I feel like sometimes that's my problem, is I shuffle too much. So I'm trying to keep it concise. I don't think I'm really going to read into this right now. But what I am going to do, I will do a bonus Aquarius video for Aquariuses after this. All right, so I'm putting those cards aside for y'all. And we're going to continue. Okay, Prince of Discs at the bottom of the deck now. It's going to be interesting. I do feel like we may have a rough road ahead of us here. Oh, I guess we can talk about what the money and the economy will be like this Aquarius season. That's fair, right? Let's see what the demons have to say about our money, about our jobs, about the situation with the finances, wealth, and everything, okay? What are the demons about for Aquarius season? I know I have some things planned for this season, but again, I'm very in touch with this energy. It's my favorite. What's going on in general in the financial world during Aquarius season? Okay, we got two of them. We got Amon and we got Alistair. So we'll see what they're about later. And again, we got Belphegor too. We'll take him. He was face up looking at me like I ain't about to just ignore that. We will take Belphegor. And I'm going to try to keep it pretty short with the Halloween cards as well. Just because this is a quick message, and when it's for everyone, it's for the collective. Yeah, I try not to be too specific. It's a general message. But what does Spirit have to say? And honestly, Aquarius energy is very alien-like energy. And I was thinking about that a lot as I was getting ready. Is how, like, I'm a Taurus, and Taurus is the beginning of the zodiac, and we've done all of this so much for so long. Aries is the leader. Aries is number 1. Taurus is 2. And Aquarius is like 11, right? And so it's like you live so many lifetimes. And I think it's part of the evolution is that eventually you almost do become alien-like in a sense, in a spiritual way, I suppose. Not really sure that we are encoded with alien DNA, but who knows? I'm just saying there's definitely like a almost futuristic connection with Aquarius. I think that's why many of them seem rather psychic, or as if they know something you don't know. I don't even remember where this card came from, to be honest with you. I'm going to leave that. That was uncanny. I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to probably stop shuffling these. But I'm just saying, for a sign that's as grounded as it is fun to have an Aquarius moon, to say the least. Okay, so tapping into that alien energy. That's all I was really getting at. It's new for me. It's fun, though. It happens the most with Aquarius. Like when I'm doing the readings, talk to beloved ones and spirit and everything, but with the Aquarius readings, a lot of times it's just alien. They'll pop up in other readings, but it's really strong with Aquarius. So hopefully we get a little message, and they might even be trying to connect with some of you, especially if you are an Aquarius, but we'll go more into that in the Aquarius video. All right, so to start, we have the Queen of Wands. You might be a fire sign watching. You might be in your fire element right now. You might be feeling this kind of Queen of Wands vibe right now, where you're really getting in touch with your emotions. You're really becoming very passionate. You're really going for something and creating it yourself. I think it's going to be really important. I think the Queen of Wands, I don't want to call her self-serving, because for some reason that just sounds like it has a bad connotation, but maybe that's the thing, is that it is not selfish to be self-serving. You gotta eat. I think I used this analogy in one of the other videos I just made, but the oxygen mask thing, you gotta put it on yourself before you put it on someone else. So the Queen of Wands always does that. She always makes sure she's good so that she can maintain everything around her. She's very emotionally in touch. Okay, so Queen of Wands is a good place to start. Right next to the Queen of Wands, bam, the Tower. Okay, the Tower, gotta admit, all this past year, the Tower has very much represented the pandemic. And I think because this is a collective energy and it's something that applies to all of us, boom, there it is. We are all getting to this place where we're feeling really good about ourselves. We had time to reflect, time to think, realizations, become more grateful, be joined in forces with each other, even maybe. Quarantine was hard for people. I feel like I'm slipping from this into the darkness here, but quarantine's been really hard for people, but it's changed a lot of us, and we've lost people and we've reflected. So we're all feeling really a lot better, but the situation, although it may improve, is long from being over. I mean, hello, there's so much more than the pandemic too, when you factor in the absolute political unrest, the issues with police brutality, the very brave and noble protesters that are still in the streets every day. Everybody has their role to play, and I'm just here to remind all of you that we are still going through this, no matter how good we feel, no matter how much we push it out, no matter how much we don't focus on it, right? Sometimes doing your part, staying your ass home, who cares? Just do what you gotta do. But lest we forget, this is something we are all going through, all right? So we still have this collective connection. And here's the thing, 8 of Cups, invalids, getting lazy. Not wanting to put in the effort for this, not wanting to work on this, not wanting to admit this is there. Losing that fire, losing that passion maybe too even. So we have to really get ourselves, we have to stay in check. Because these are hard times. These hard times are not over. And I think everybody is kind of under the impression new regime means anything. We're not getting political. But it's also Aquarius season. You need to stay logical. All right? Pisces is a little more whimsical. Aquarius is a little more, I almost want to just say conspiracy, but I wasn't trying to jump into conspiracy. But also I think that's where I get it from, is my Aquarius moon. Little skeptical even. But I'm just saying, we have to not just completely let our guard down and forget that there's shit going on. But also stay in your passion. Stay in your power. It's very, very hard to balance. Because we want the whole new world where everyone gets to be a king and queen, right? Like, we want to elevate, we want to keep growing and evolving, and if we want to do that, we have to be able to get through this, and we have to get through it alive. We have to get through it safely and respectfully as possible. Well, okay, don't mince words here. I'm not trying to apply that to everything, but I'm just saying, it's crazy out there. It's crazy. Don't let it get to you either. Don't let it swallow you whole. No efforts are wasted. All matter is energy, and all energy is reformed. So this over here looking really, really good. This over here not so much. And here's the thing. I'm seeing like, okay, it's like, this is supposed to be very general, so I don't want to ascribe these cards to these cards necessarily. I think this is us on an individual level. This is what is happening in the world, and this is the effect that it has on people. Does that make sense? Yes, moving on. On one hand, we have the reverse 6 of discs, okay? So no success here. This is basically failure. And then the reverse 2 of wands, dominion. So maybe some falling aparts, falling outs, ending partnerships, ending relationships, duking it out even, being on 2 different pages, disagreements, right? So some people, and even sometimes where everyone's going through this kind of cycle here, we aren't doing well financially, we're not doing well in our relationships, it's taking a toll on us. For sure it is. All of this. But on the other hand, there's this wall here, okay? Over here, I'm going to give you a little preview. We have the sun, nice bright future, nice calm energy, love to see it, a little happiness, a little bliss. 10 of disc over here too, but we'll talk about it. Lots of really good stuff. A little surprise from the Halloween Oracle. What is all this but this? Chaos. We have the Queen of Wands here. Okay, so it's like these 2 cards, and then these cards, and then these cards. So I'm saying this is bad. This is like failure in fighting. Why? What is this wall that we have to cross, or the bridge we have to cross, the wall we have to climb? We have the Knight of Wands right on top. Okay, he a dime. We have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands together. That's a good thing, isn't it? But underneath that, we have the Ten of Swords. Ruin. The shit around you. It's not really people right now. We are in a situation, and it's going to change. It's going to have effects, but it doesn't become us. Okay? This is very representative of both the masculine and the feminine going through the same thing, because this Ten of Swords, I always say with the Ten of Swords, it's the stuff going on around you, the things that you really can't control, the things that affect you. Okay? But it's also like, I'm sensing power couples, lots of power couples right now. I'm sensing lots of creativity, lots of passion. I'm sensing a lot of emotional maturity and healing and growth. But the Tower and the Ten of Swords, it's not over. It's not over. You feel like you've accomplished so much from the whole process, but the process isn't over because the pandemic is still going. Happened 100 years ago too. And 100 years ago, the way it ended was just that anybody who had it died or people became immune. And we're a couple steps ahead by having a vaccine, right? Okay. It's just still happening. It's just Mother Nature's way of reminding us. You know, you gotta kind of embrace it in a sense and respect it. And try to just stay in your best self and continue to feel how you are, but maybe pull back a little bit if you're, you know, going out too much, or you know what I'm saying, maybe you're not wanting to wear your mask. I don't know, it's this kind of thing. If you really want to see it end, you will. Stay in your emotions. And then we have the Sun, like I said, the Sun. So on the other side of it is happiness, and we have the Ten of Discs, which is wealth. Okay. And then we have the Fool. A bright new journey is just so close now. There's these two face down cards that are still blocking us from this path here. We'll find out what they are. But we also have Night Song, which is hidden talents. This is the time to really tap into who you are, especially during Aquarius season. And if you do during Aquarius season, you're going to absolutely love Pisces season. It's a total dance party. But you have to know what song you're about to dance to, basically. And that's what you got to figure out in this next month or so for Aquarius season. This isn't going to be necessarily about your intentions anymore. You set your intentions. You should be good by now. You pretty much know what you want. Now it's going to be about executing them and how you're going to go about it. And really good results. But it's only if you can handle the situation at hand, if you can really get through this. But yeah, having this time to yourself, you really find out who you are and what you do here, what you do. But what else is stopping us? Judgment. Okay, so yeah, it's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to be vulnerable, especially for Aquarius, ironically enough. So this is going to feel like a really tough time where you don't want to open up, but you got to. You got to let the wands flow, so to speak. All right, let the lava go. There's going to be some judgment going around, especially if we're talking about the pandemic, because everybody has different feelings about it. You know, I was just preaching, you know, keep your mask on, and people are getting vaccinated, blah, 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 because it's serious. And like I said, I'm all about personal manifestation and living your best life. And that's why you got to stay focused on yourself and these wands. But at the same time, Mother Nature trumps all. So we just have to respect her, listen to her, get with her, get right with her. Right? So that she'll get right with the earth. But try not to harbor too much judgment just because everyone's taking things differently. Okay? And then what's this one on its side? Five of Wands. It's hard. That's insane. The Five of Wands in itself in the upright position is very, not bleak, but blah. All right? It's halfway. It's neither good nor bad. It just kind of drags ass. And in the reverse, what would the opposite of nothing be, really? Where it's like, things are like not exciting, but not terrible. It's almost like the same thing if it's on its side, where like without strife is good, but with strife isn't that bad. So people are just honestly maybe don't have anything to do but judge at this point, which is very strange. Maybe Aquariuses are more judgmental than I give them credit for. I don't know. But at the same time, this row is very strange. Very strange. The judgment could also be in reference to if you disagree with things politically speaking, where the eon, the judge, the ultimate rule, the person who makes the law, makes the decision. We could also take it that way, where you're just seeing all this conflict, right? You're really trying your best to be this shining queen or knight, but it's very hard, and there's just nothing that really puts you one way or the other. And even if it did, it's just not what it was or what you want it to be by any means. Yeah. We really have to wait for some shit to pass and just do our best to work on ourselves right now. Okay. So let winter be winter. Amen. Skull of darkness, blind spots. Yeah. See, we have to actually work through this. We have to really address this and think about this from every perspective we possibly can for this reason, or it's going to happen again. We're not going to see it coming again. I mean, they did see it coming. There was a pandemic committee, and again, it happened 100 years ago just as well. So really, I mean, we should be getting rid of our blind spots, and yet we're so not, because people are just kind of like in their own world, in their own heads, doing whatever they want. And like, yeah, that's your choice, but at the same time, I think you got to take it serious, no matter how you're feeling about it. Okay. Keep doing you, but know that there are lessons for everyone with what's going on right now. It's a lot to figure out. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to digest. But here we are. There are lessons. Okay? You don't want to be caught in not seeing it coming. You know? I tried to do this reading earlier and I got this really weird feeling and it almost came back, but I'm going to just work through it. Yeah, you don't want to see it not coming. I keep poking my face. The aliens. The aliens. Because it's a fucking UFO. We already talked about the abduction. Please, I'd like to stay on this earth. Thank you. At least for a little while, until I really know what's going on out there, right? Cool. You have to take your lessons from all of this. Truly take your lessons. Yeah, and especially these two being paired, the hidden talents and the blind spots. There's things that you might be missing, avoiding, not receiving because you've blocked it. Okay? If you have a hidden talent and you're not doing it, or you're doing it on the sly, it's time to open up about it. It's time to start your practice again. It's time to either put it out there if you've been working on it a long time, whatever it is, but you're missing something here. You're missing a big piece here. Okay, so this again is the time so that you can come to the dance party that is the end of the zodiac year with Pisces season. It's a celebration of the end of winter. It's a celebration of life coming back anew. And by Aries season, it's going to be go mode. This is how it is, yo. It's such a beautiful process. Okay, so now's the time to reflect and take your lessons as we move forward into this unknown time with unknown data, unknown territories. Okay? It's a journey. That's so beautiful, actually. It's rough, but it's beautiful. So you can't let this shit get y'all down, right? Let's do demons. Let's see what's going on economically speaking. All right? What is up with the money, the work, and such things? We have Alistair. Focus on liberal sciences, including observation and charting. You better follow along with them damn planets. I swear somebody posts, I see it. I'm not an astrologer. I don't do planets and stuff. I do tarot and some other things. But if you're into it or if you're not into it, it's a good time to get into it. To pay attention to this transition in the way that the planets are interacting with one another. Okay? I'm just saying. It's one of those things where, oh yeah, pay attention. I don't know how else to take charting other than like birth charting and star charting or whatever. But liberal science is not even really clear on what that means. Observation, though, reflection. That was the whole gig of it. You got to reflect and really remember what you've been through and how far you've come and how there's a lot further to go, and trying to stay sane through the process. It's going to be very, very hard work, but we got this. Yeah, yep. Okay. Iman was next, I believe. Iman? Yes. Iman. Iman. Focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. This shit may have taken its toll on people, okay? And especially if we're talking about your coworkers or something, or maybe you had a business partner, and all of a sudden you find out some shit that they believe or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, anything really could happen there, but you're gonna have to start rebuilding at this point. It's time to find common ground. It's time to compromise a little and figure out how you can come up with some resolutions here, all right? Focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. Tough times. But a lot of people are coming out of a very traumatic thing for themselves in a sense. So try to just remember, like, this was really hard for some people, and it's okay to not sympathize if you don't want to, but if you have personal connections with people who are feeling apologetic, then I think it's coming from a sincere place, you know what I mean? Especially in terms of, like, work and shit. Money. And then Belphegor. Belphegor. Okay. Beware of inspiration that seems too good to be true, and that ideas that seem like easy money with little work required. This came up in the readings this week, but I don't remember for who. That's really interesting to me because it is easy to see something that you want and make that a goal without really understanding the motive behind it, or thinking that it's just the easiest route to go, or thinking that because you will it or because you manifest it that you're automatically going to get it. I think that's a big misunderstanding for some people. You have to put the time and effort in. You have to put the work in. Okay, so also something I've been thinking about a lot lately is the casual jokes about certain industries. Really annoying. I can't believe you guys, it's 2021 and y'all are still kind of like, oh, maybe I'll just do this or do. Bitch, just do it. Like, you don't have to, or just shut up because some people are doing it. It's not a joke. Other people's work is not a joke. So, again, inspiration you think isn't a lot of work, but is, right? It's not to say don't chase your dreams, but just be prepared to work for your dreams if you want them. Beware of inspiration that seems too good to be true and ideas that seem like easy money with little work required. Guarantee it is not little work ever required. It's always going to be work, no matter what you're doing, no matter what the industry is, no matter what you buying, what you selling, what you do, none of it. Hard work is everywhere. And you can work smarter. But first you gotta work harder. How else are you gonna know what smarter is? Spider, community and web weaving, connecting, networking, coming together, and it was focused in as soon as I moved it. Coming together and really working on things as a team, because honestly, that's what's going to help with this bridge situation, is if we get together and decide what we want as a collective, because obviously we don't really like the bullshit that's being served to us right now. So on an individual level, got to stay up, got to stay focused, got to stay passionate and creative, but at the same time, it's time to work as a team here. Right? And have a better life for all. Not just for some or certain whoever's and how much. No. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Can you tell I'm faking knowing that song? Just saying, this is what's up. So this was a nice little general message. I will have a bunch of new stuff headed your way this Aquarius season. Personally, I'm very excited for it. I'm feeling very ready for it. I feel like I've been doing the work, and now I'm about to do even more work, because I know Pisces season is when people are really going to be able to reap the rewards before starting again with the work process, with Aries season fast approaching. So I'm very excited. Aquarius season is about to be so good and fulfilling, but it's going to be full of hard work and a lot of education, even if it's of the self and consciousness in general. Okay, so happy Aquarius season, and tune in for the little Aquarius draw if you are indeed an Aquarius.